we're just gonna watch. Watch and learn, if you will. Pretty bright out there. Sorry, the camera doesn't really like being in nighttime. Try and fix it. I think there's a few things that I can do. Well, do you want it brighter or darker? Let's go darker. Get some more contrast. Who knows how loud it is? Not sure how much I want to be out here without my jacket on. It's pretty cold. I'll give it that much. It was a little bit more to the west before, which would be right of your screen. So I think it's moving over there. Over there, there's a few more hills. That's kind of more towards the south. It's very dry over there. But I think it's moving further away, at least from the camera's position. Definitely moving south or east. Let me see, how do you twist this thing? How do you turn it? Does that turn? Yes. Okay. It's not that exciting anymore. You kind of miss the best of it. I wouldn't know anything about it, really. I'm not a weather person. I just thought it looked cool. Wow, that was a good one. Tell you what, I can give it even more contrast. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my McLaren Formula One team coat on, also known as the most over-engineered coat ever. It's the storm still raging. Or has it gone on? Oh, it's still there. Okay. Yeah, you can't really hear the storm at all. I was saying earlier that you could feel it. I can't feel it anymore, so I'm pretty sure it's moving away. It is only 9:40 local, so there's still a lot of bustling around, people driving, um, businesses in business for maybe an hour or so longer, maybe less. But this is dangerously close, and I don't know if that is light pollution, but a little more towards the west, there is quite a warm glow. Looks more yellow than orange though, so I'm thinking it's just light pollution, but I'm not sure what would be out there. Let me see if I can go get a clearer look. have a pretty good view of the hills from there. You can see the lights blinking off the antennae, so the aircraft don't hit them. Don't see any glowing on the hill, so thinking it's just someone's house. Not a lot of clouds directly over me. If anything, they're coming in from the northeast. Couldn't tell you very much about them. They look quite thick, but what's over us right now is kind of this clear path. Is there... I'm going to watch behind the camera. I'm thinking there might be some behind me. Okay, well, that one was definitely in the camera's direction. I'm not sure. There's certainly a lot more light pollution over there, though, so it's kind of hard to tell. Over here is about as dark as it gets. Pretty much, that would be east over there. So, east is darkest. Oh, man. Yeah, the big stuff is still kind of directly south. No, that's a bit more southeast than south. So that's, yeah, east is darkest. That's southeast is where it's brightest right now. I think there's a little bit in the southwest. I think that might be what I'm seeing. Maybe kind of two on either side of the south. It smells quite smoky. The south is glowing, but like I said, I think that's just a house. And I'm looking, that would be northwest. I'm trying to see if there's anything over there. Like I said, it's hard, because that's probably the brightest, is northeast. That's where downtown is. It is starting to smell pretty smoky. It's almost like an electrical fire, actually. Well, I doubt it's coming from the house, because I don't even know it would be burning right now. The dog has been upset all day. Don't think that's related to the weather, but it could be. I think it's just bored, but we already played earlier. Usually these are a little more successful. They're not so successful this time. Probably because it's super boring unless there's a lightning strike. Unless the thumbnail is a really big lightning strike, then it's going to be pretty boring. Like that. If that were the thumbnail, that'd be fantastic. There's people who drag race up and down Ammon, and I live right next to that road. It's really annoying. I'm not at all interested in drag racing. But they certainly are. I mean, there's bikes, there's nothing that sounds cool. It's all bikes and crummy old muscle cars. Or trucks like that. That's a truck. It's going about 20 miles an hour. Oh no. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Oh. But yeah, it's really crummy diesel trucks from the mid 2000s is the number one thing that races up and down. Sometimes you get a bike, sometimes you get a crummy V6 muscle car or crummy old V8 muscle car or something, but nothing that sounds particularly interesting ever. That sounded more like a crummy old muscle car. I don't know, I think it's all just dickweeds and trucks. You can drop whatever you want in any car. When it comes to body styles, it's probably some dickhead in a truck. Okay, well, the dog apparently did want to go. You're on crack or something. What is your problem? The dog is mental. I just want to relax. I like it when the weather's like that. I don't like it when it's lightning-y and on fire and that kind of shit, but I like the sort of air pressure and temperature of the atmosphere before a storm arrives. It's really still, it's crisp, it's cool. Calm before the storm. I don't think that there's anything behind me. I think it's just really small hits of lightning from that direction. That's... Ooh. We heard that one. That's the first one we've heard. It did sound like it came from behind us. And I would believe it because there is a huge gaggle of clouds rolling in. It blocks out the whole sky. The whole sky. We're in sort of the gap in the hurricane. It's not a hurricane, obviously, but you know what I mean. I look directly up, I can see some very, very, very dark navy blue sky. Mostly gray, a little bit of blue. Just the tiniest bit of open sky. The rest is just covered in clouds. It rained yesterday, day before yesterday, pretty thoroughly. We got a flash flood warning. The roads did flood. But I'm not a meteorologist, so... It's a pretty cool reference if you ever get that one. It's very bright over there, actually. I think it's getting brighter. Really bright. That's downtown for you. It's not even really a bright downtown, but... Yeah, we're starting to hear it. I don't know what that means. It doesn't look like it's getting closer. It's definitely getting to the point where we're hearing it consistently. feels like it's starting to get a little bit colder too. Not the most exciting storm ever. I've seen worse. There's been brighter, louder, closer than this. But it's a very good angle to see from my house. It's about the best angle you could get. A little bit more to the south would have been perfect. It's too far to the east. I'm losing my direction. That sounds like a bike. Very obnoxious poppy sport bike. Wow. Yeah, you can really start to hear it now. I think it's moving in and west. Would make me think it's I don't know, the wind is so still. Well, they just turned off their sport bike, which makes you think they've parked nearby. Which is brilliant. They're probably gonna start screaming weird shit. Man, people on bikes are weird, man. I think bikes are cool from a mechanical standpoint, but I don't know how to ride one. I have no interest in learning how to ride one. And the people who ride them, man, 90% of the time, they are the biggest dicks and the biggest weirdos ever. I think I've met like 2 people who ride motorcycles who I thought were semi-cool people. It's getting louder. I heard a bird. Or was that a bat? There's a lot of bats in the air. It could have been a bat. You always get a lot of bats. Could have been a bat. It's pretty spooky. I don't see them flying around right now, though. Usually they are flying around in my backyard. Like, pretty dangerously close. I think that there's some kind of bat rabies outbreak around here. So I'm kind of glad that they aren't. It's pretty cool to see, though. Tons of bats in my backyard all the time. It's super weird. Don't know where they come from. Don't know where they go. About 9 to 10 o'clock. 8 to 10 o'clock every night, maybe? Whoa! Forget the really loud motorcycle. That was really bright. Just barely heard it. I think the smaller ones are closer than the bigger ones. See if we can hear that one. Nope, can't hear that one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about bats. 8 to 10 p.m. Backyard is full of them. Full of bats. Could easily count at over 8 bats. Just in like the perimeter of my fence, flying over my backyard in circles. I don't know what it is. I don't think they're in my shop. It's kind of cool to see though. They don't squeak either. They're really quiet. I think I've heard them squeak a couple of times, but not very often. Could hear that one. I don't even know if I saw that one. Probably wasn't. I'm not really looking over there. Kind of pacing around. I'm not pacing around. I'm looking back and forth in between the storm, because that makes a lot of sense. The dog is eating dry grass. I guess if it wants to do that, it can. There's a car alarm going off. Really quiet, really distant. I reckon that motorcycle guy just stopped for fuel or something. Because there's a fuel station. There's two fuel stations actually just across the street. Not even a block away. All you GeoGuessr nerds out there, can you tell where I'm at? From this really dark picture of a backyard. I'll give you a hint. We are facing pretty much south, a little bit southeast. And there's hills to the east, and to the south, and to the west, and to the north. There's hills everywhere, but the closest hills are to the southeast, and the east, and the south. Probably closest, if I had to pick, is to the east. So that'd be left of your screen. Off your screen to the left. About 45 degrees over to the left would be east. I'd be a little bit northeast. Not quite pure east. True east? Is that the correct terminology? That sounds about right. Decent amount of crickets. When can I go play some Gran Turismo? Can I keep the stream rolling while I go check? Okay, we're gonna test something here. Okay, it looks like it just pauses it. Oh, I guess I'll check later. You missed one, but it wasn't too big. You could hear it though. Yeah, that's pretty much behind the tree now. Not really much point in adjusting it because, like I said, there's a tree in the way, but we can move it over there. See if that makes it any clearer. I feel like that's just kind of pointless. But we'll see. We've got half tree, half clear sky. So theoretically, you should be able to see the one behind the tree. And if there's still more to the south, you can hit those ones too. But I think it's moving out. The worst of it was definitely directly south. Pretty much the second I walk out my back door, look straight ahead, dead ahead, huge balls of lightning. I mean, it looked like it was daytime. It's like 10 p.m. exactly. Yeah, I think that's the end of it. Wasn't anything too special, but it was a really good angle, so I wanted to get it a little bit, as well as the topic of wildfires just being crazy in the area. I mean, we had two that were dangerously close, visible from my house. Both were caused by lightning. You know, super hazy, air quality warning, evacuations. And now there's a flash flood warning, and now everything's going to catch on fire again because there's been lightning very close. So that's super cool. I thought I was out of it. Apparently not. Looks like the storm is over though. Well, not over, but it's moved. Oh, there was one. There's a werewolf in the backyard. Hey! Hey! Luna! Luna, come on. Let's go inside. Luna, come on. That was a pretty crazy scream from Luna. Relatively bad one. From what I can see, unprompted, but maybe not. I'll give you 2 minutes, 40 seconds. And here's some stupid motorcycle guys chatting. You got 60 seconds. Someone's just been in a car accident. Is this a moth or something? What is this? Looks like a moth. Lots of moths around here, just like everywhere else. Pretty common. Still no bats. I don't think bats like lightning. I'm surprised that they don't. Probably fucks with them in a lot of ways. Okay, some fucking idiots in trucks are rolling up for sure, so. Oh, and the dog is on crack and freaking out and is fiending to hang out with me because I'm such a good dog owner. So, that's it then.